Antonio Palaiuolo was born in Florence, Italy. His brother Piero was also an artist, and they worked together. Their work showed classical influences and interest in the human anatomy. Reportedly, the brothers carried out dissections to improve their knowledge on the subject. They took their nickname from the trade of their father, who in fact sold birds. Antonio's first studies of the goldsmithing and metalworking were under his father. Other resources related that he worked in Florence workshop. By this time, he took an interest in engraving. Battle of the Naked Men was one of the earliest and most influential Italian engravings. This print is abnormal in this time. It is the largest engraving of this time and is only signed by Ontario. Some people have argued that this print is meant to illustrate a mythological episode, while others have viewed it as a pattern piece intended to demonstrate a range of poses and viewpoints of the benefits of other artists. Another interpretation suggests that the 10 nude figures locked in combat may be gladiators fighting in funeral games, and this print itself may have honored the death of important Florentine. The figure's muscles are flexed and overemphasized, but nevertheless demonstrated the artist understanding of anatomy. Hercules slaying Antaeus is a painting contributed to Antonio. It is a small image painted in egg tempera on a panel of wood. It is in the Uffizi Gallery in Florence. This painting is a series of large canvases illustrating the legends surrounding the figure of Hercules were painted by the Palladio brothers. The painting shows the mythical giant Antaeus, goddess of the earth, being crushed to death by the arms of Hercules. Hercules was a Florentine hero. He was a ruthless and warlike spirit. The painting disappeared during the Germans' occupation of Florence towards the end of World War II. It was refound in San Francisco in the mid-1960s, along with the Hercules slaying the Hydra, and were returned to Florence. Hercules and the Hydra is on a small panel. It is the companion piece to Hercules slaying Antaeus. This piece is represented a ferocious fight between the hero. The outlines are very sharply defined, and the movement of the nerves and tendons observed down to the last detail. Antonio worked at the time when thorough studies of anatomy was being made, and he therefore gives the human body realistic in this movement of great emotional excitement. The dramatic force of this episode is expressed in the hero's horror and his victory. Besides the proudly barbaric figures, blue rivers throughout a broad landscape of green and brown fields, the sky above, and an emerald blue. The Capitoline Wolf is a bronze sculpture of a mythical she-wolf feeding the twins, Romulus and Remus, from the legends of the founding of Rome. When the grandfather of the twins was thrown out by his brother, ordering them to be cast into the Tiber River, they were rescued by the she-wolf, who cared for them until a herdsman found them and raised them. The Capitoline Wolf was housed since 1471 in Rome, Italy. The sculpture is somewhat larger than life size, standing 75 centimeters high and 114 centimeters long. The wolf is depicted in a tense, watchful pose with alert ears and glazing eyes for watching for danger. This charming myth talks about the platonic love of god Apollo for the beautiful nymph Daphne. It is said that Daphne was the first love of Apollo, but unfortunately the girl never responded his love. It was not usual or possible for the nymph or the mortal girl in the Greek mythology to resist to the love of a god, but Daphne did so, and in fact, she lost her life trying to escape this love. Profile portrait of a young lady is an oil-based painting on a poplar panel. The emphasis used of line and clarity of the contrasting color surfaces are typically featured of the Florentine school. The identity of the woman on the portrait is unknown. She is shown wearing an exquisite dress, while portraying suggests she is sitting in a marble embrasure of a window or a balcony.